So, when did we stop putting America first? I don't understand. I really don't get why you wouldn't put America first. I'm an American. I am of Irish and Scottish heritage, but I am an American. Anybody born here who's a citizen is an American. Now, the way I look at it as America first. My choice for president and how I support him, second. And last, always last, is my political party. So, or my political feelings. Because if you put your political feelings or your party, whether it's left, right, center, or I don't give a damn, if you start thinking that way, you'll never agree on anything. Never. You'll never agree. If you put America first, you could come to agreements because you're able to see America, not your own personal views. Now that's what everybody's getting all hopped up about, is their own personal views. I lean pretty right. I'm a conservative, but I will put America first over my feelings for any president. I will put America first over anything that I believe politically, because America is a great country, but now we're spending time putting everybody else first. We're putting our beliefs first. One of the things that I couldn't understand is, for many years, the separation of church and state, but yet state shut down the churches, didn't let the churches shut themselves down. The state shut them down, said no. What happened to separation of church and state? So now does that mean we could put church back in schools? And I'm not just talking Christian churches. If you're going to teach religion studies, teach them all. That's what religious studies are. Otherwise, it's just Christian studies. You might as well go to a private school or a school of that specific religion that you want to know about. But so now we have in California here, our governor decides he wants to put $100 and some odd million in a fund for illegal immigrants so they can enjoy the stimulus, I guess, too. They're already, reaping the benefits of being here, illegal or not, by working, illegal, not illegal or not, but illegal. If you're here illegally, you don't deserve any of our benefits. You're already benefiting by, working under the table. You're not paying, taxes. If you have your fake Social Security cards and whatnot, yeah, you're paying taxes. Still, it's illegal. It's against the law. It's a felony, as far as I understand. So, working under the table, drive a nicer vehicle than I do, but it's all tax-free. Yeah, it's a smaller wage, but it's all cash. It's all tax-free. You get screwed on taxes. We get what? We get taxed on our payroll checks. We get taxed on stuff that we buy. We get taxed on bank statements if we make any money that year off our bank accounts. We get you put all this money away in your 401k. When you withdraw it, you get taxed on it. It's like, wait a minute. Taxation is theft for the most part. You don't. So we get taxed on our payroll checks. Okay, that should be the end of it. We should have no taxes on anything else. Now, if you don't want to tax us on our payroll checks, tax us on the stuff that we buy. Simple. You don't tax us, and like say we want to buy a car, you tax us on the car, then every year you tax us by our registration to pay for that every year. It costs me $400 for an 05 pickup. It cost me $200 for a Saturn, a four-door Saturn sedan. It's like, why? Why can't we buy the car, pay our tax, register it every year, and pay maybe a $5 or $10 processing fee? Simple, $20 processing fee, whatever. Then we got to smog it every 2 years. Okay, well, if it doesn't pass smog, now you got to pay for repairs. I get why you want to smog in California, but not going to do much. There's ways. Anyway, so now you're going to use my tax money, your tax money, to pay for other people that don't deserve our tax money, instead of using the tax money we gave you to do the things that you said you were going to do, like fix the roads, I-5, 99, the 101. They're horrible. Okay, driving these trucks all day, getting bounced around like a bouncy ball in a jar. Come on, man, it wears on you. 600 miles a day, averages. And then, in cars, you can feel it. It's not as bad because you're not 80,000 pounds. You don't have all that weight in the trailer pulling you back when it hits. So you're getting pulled back, tossed around, up and down, And just because it says air ride seats, we got these air seats, doesn't mean they don't bottom out. My fat ass can bottom one out. So now you're going to use that money for somebody else. Okay, Newsom promised the gas tax would go towards the road, but then he put a big chunk of it towards the rail to nowhere. I don't understand it. The governors of California, Brown, Davis, Schwarzenegger, now Newsom, they're all crap. And I know they're trying to turn California into one of the, between California and New York, but California into a communist state. They want you to show that socialism will work. Well, I don't know how you would show California as a communist or socialist state when capitalism created California. Think about it. Capitalism made California what it is today. So knock that shit off. Anyway, so now we look at the federal government, which we pay taxes to, and they're going to give us a quote-unquote stimulus check. Well, it's not a stimulus check. It's your money. They're giving you $1,200 of your money back so you can get $1,200 to pay a $1,500 a month rent. Well, how many of you have been out of work for 2 months? You know what I mean? So now you're going to be a month behind instead of 2 months behind. Well, a month plus. So $1,200 ain't nothing. But then you have people that are on welfare. They're getting checks too. I don't understand that. You're on welfare recipients. Not only get welfare, they get tax refunds. And now they're going to get a stimulus check. I don't understand that at all. At all. I'm a truck driver and I'm a quote-unquote essential employee or essential worker, whatever they're calling us now. Until the COVID lockdown picks up, and then everybody will treat us like garbage again. But what was it? I got a ticket down in Compton, California. There's a Ralph's distribution center down there that I had to go deliver to. Now we had more trucks on the road because everybody's freaking out, so we had to get the product to these warehouses as quick as possible. So So you get to these warehouses now, and there's way too many people waiting in line. There's just so many trucks now because we're all rushing to get somewhere. So it took so long while I was there to get in and get emptied that I ran out of hours. Hours that the government or the FMCSA, Federal Motor Carrier, thinks that they need to regulate on us by putting us on these electronic logs. I've never driven so tired in my life thanks to these, because we have to go buy these, so we have to drive when it tells us, we have to stop when it tells us, instead of me, like I used to on my paper logs, just drive, 11 hours total, but I would drive, and then if I needed to sleep, I can stop and go to sleep, and then I can pick up my hours later. These don't let us do that. They think that we're a bunch of children, we can't regulate ourselves. Granted, there is a few that probably shouldn't be behind the wheel, and I think we should stop giving out licenses to people that don't speak the language, that don't read road signs, are just rude and inconsiderate buttheads. Anyway, so when I left, there's nowhere to go. I can't go anywhere legally. I shouldn't even been driving out of the parking lot. So what I did is I drove across the street down a little road. On one side, it had no parking signs. On the other side, none. So like a lot of places, they'll do that. They'll have one side you cannot park at all. Nobody can. And on the other side, they'll let everybody park. So I go all the way down to the end of the road. I come back, and I park on the side of the road. I go to bed. Well, I wake up to a parking ticket, a $480 parking ticket, and they marked sign, like there was a sign there, and there wasn't one. There was not one. There were 7 of us lined up, parked for the night or whatever. Actually, the truck behind me, the 2 drivers that were in it were wide awake in the front seats, and the parking attendant pulled in front of them so they couldn't leave, gave them a ticket, said they can't park there. Why would you do that? We are in an essential employee or essential worker. We are trying to get these rush jobs done, and you're going to ticket us because there's nowhere to go, because we have to go by these damn computers. What kind of sense does that make? Everybody's like, oh, thank you truckers, thank you truckers. You don't give a damn about the truckers. You don't. We shut down every truck on these roads. How many millions of trucks there are? We all shut down for 2 weeks. The country crumbles. Guaranteed. 2 weeks is all it's going to take. You don't give a damn about us. What are we to you? Just a big old 70-foot moving machine in your way on the road. So, anyway. So, our money goes to other countries, right? We give a lot of money away to others instead of keeping it here. Trump just shut down, or just pulled the $800-something million from the World Health Organization for helping China. And that's not a conspiracy theory, it's a fact. Okay? The virus was created. It was no bat. Whether it got out on purpose or on accident, we don't know. But it got out. People got sick. They lied about it. They tried to hush it up. Done. Okay, what's done is done. Now we're just trying to fix it and move on. I personally don't think it was an intentional attack on the U.S. I just think that they were trying to show us what kind of... They were trying to keep up with us is what it is. And they're like, look what we can do. And then it got loose and they went, oh no. That's what I think happened. I think it was a full-on accident. Them trying to be keeping up with us. Because China is not our friend. They're not an ally in any way. They were just trying to compete with us. And I think it got a little messy. And it was like, oh crap, now what do we do? Let's not tell them because they're going to be like, ha ha ha, like the big bully. So, anyway, it drives me nuts, after all that rant, it drives me nuts that we as a country cannot come together because of political views, because of differences of opinion. We argue because of religion. We argue because of sexual preference or our lifestyles. We argue for political views. We argue over everything. Just because you think or act different than me doesn't mean I don't like you. Doesn't mean that I think any less of you because you're different than me. Okay? I don't care. I don't judge you by who you sleep with, what God you believe in, what color your skin is, any of that kind of stuff. I judge you by your character. I judge you by who you are, how you treat people, especially how you treat children, how you treat animals, how you treat yourself. You know, you could be a nice person to everybody else and just treat yourself like garbage. But like me, I joke around. I'm a fat ass. Look at the size of my head. You know, that's me joking, trying to get laughs. You know, some of it might be like a truth. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, the truth hurts. Hey. So yeah, I poke some fun at myself, but it doesn't bother. You know, it's no big deal. But I treat people well. I treat people better than I treat myself. Okay, and that's what I think that we should do. We should look at people. If you're like, okay, for instance, I'm a Christian, but I'm not perfect. You know, I don't throw my religion down people's throat. And the people that don't believe what I believe and they think different, that's fine. That's completely fine. I'm not huge on the whole homosexuality thing. It's not my thing. But does it change who you are as a person? No, I'll love you just the same. I got plenty of friends that are gay. I don't care. Still love them to death. Still talk to them. I don't give a damn. You know, who am I to judge what you do with your life? But an asshat is an asshat. If you're going to act like an asshat, I'm going to call you an asshat. Okay? I don't care. Excuse me. Treat people with respect. Get respect. Treat people with dignity. Be dignified. Stop arguing with people and hating on people and deleting people, Facebook or out of your life, just because you think different. Okay, I have lost people out of my life because of this. Okay. Now, Trump. I know too many damn people that hate Trump as a person, that have no problem with his political views, but they want him impeached because they don't like who he is as a person outside of being a president. That doesn't sound right. Okay, the president is elected to do presidential stuff. Just because outside of the being president, before he became president, maybe he was a douchebag, I don't know. You know, I'm not personally keen on the guy, but I did vote for him. I voted for him because he's who we needed in office. We needed a hard-ass, quote-unquote bully that's not going to put up with anybody's crap and get the economy stimulated. That's the big thing. I voted for Ross Perot back in the day because I knew back then we needed a businessman in office, but he doesn't have the spine. He couldn't have made it. You know, he wouldn't have made it. He would have cried, probably went home, curled up in $100 bills. But we've needed a businessman in office understands how the economy needs to work and get stimulated and do its thing. You got record unemployment. Well, up until this corona crap, you had record unemployment. There are so many people that had more jobs were created. The stock market was through the roof, record numbers all the time, but the Democrats are so scared that he's going to out them because they all hung around with pedophiles and they're all a bunch of perverts, and like I saw a picture of Joe Biden. It looked like he was kissing a baby. Zoomed in, he was biting the baby's cheek. The dude is creepy. Okay? There's a difference between saying, hey, grab him by the, and actually going out and doing something. I'd rather have somebody say, grab him by, than be a pedophile. For sure. Okay? So, that said, we need to get along. We need to do for America what America is. There's only room for one flag in America. You come to America, you change to America's way of life. We don't change to yours. We're not here to accommodate you. You came here to escape whatever you were escaping. You're not going to come here and try to bring what you loved about what you're trying to escape and bring it here and make it law. Nope, this is America. You come here, you can believe whatever religion you want, practice whatever religion you want. But stuff like Sharia law and stuff like that, that's not America. You keep that crap back there. You want Sharia law? Go back. That's what you're trying to escape in the first place, right? You want to come here, you get rid of your Mexican flag, your Irish flag, your Italian flag, your Iranian flag, your Cuban flag. Be proud of your culture, but be American. You understand? America first. This is where we're at. If you were living in Canada and you're a Canadian citizen and not American citizen, Canada first. Put your country first. But don't keep the money in-house. Be American. Stimulate the economy by spending your money. Let's see if we can get some of these laws changed. Because the Congress is not supposed to be able to pass laws that they're exempt from. That's illegal. Obamacare, not even a law. It's 100% illegal because they're exempted from it. They're voting themselves or giving themselves raises. How is that possible? That's our money. We decide if they did a good job or not. We should be the ones to vote them a raise or not. So if they do a bad job, can we take money away from them too? You know what I mean? So things are ass backwards. We need a smaller government. We need to get the people out of there that have been in there for years and years and years. Put limits, term limits on everybody. Left, right, up, down, sideways, it doesn't matter. But we need to do America. So, be American. God bless America. You know what I mean? Y'all be good to yourselves, take care of yourselves, and be kind to each other. Be blessed.